Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are you all doing today in this fine Saturday morning? I, for one, am doing great in the name of Jesus. I am glad to be here with you all this morning on P Stars Radio, as per usual. The time is now 10:39 a.m. And for those of you who are not aware of me, or for those of you who do not know me, who may be here for the first time, I am yours truly, Ricky Bobby, Ricky Thompson, Ricky Ticky, Ricky whatever at this point. But yeah, this is me. My name is Ricky. And again, I'm happy to be with you here this morning. And like I always want to start off, I always want to ask how each and every single one of you that are watching and viewing right now, I want to ask you, how are you doing so far? How is your day? How has your weekend been? You know, are things going well for you? Are things going well for your family? So on and so forth. Are you taking care of your physical, your mental, and your spiritual health? Because make no mistake, these things are very much so important, and they should be treated as such. Because again, this is your well-being we're talking about here, right? We're talking about your well-being. You know, we're talking about catering to yourself, catering to your needs, right? Because if you don't take care of these things, nobody else will. If you don't take care of your own physical health, your mental health, and your spiritual health, nobody else will take care of these things for you. And it's very important that you understand that and you know that. But it's also important to understand that there are avenues and there are things that you can do to take care of these things, right? To not neglect them, because the problem that happens a lot of the times is that people tend to neglect their physical health, mental health. They tend to neglect these things and they tend to push it back and worry about these things later until they end up burning themselves out and ultimately end up crashing out and doing things that are to their own detriment, right? And so I always want to make sure that I bring these things up, is that, you know, the avenues and the routes that you can take to better take care of these things. For some people, it could be reading. Some people, it can be therapy. For some people, it could be working out, doing certain activities that could help, you know, ease these kinds of situations and ease the kind of pain that you may be going through in these certain situations, right? But my best solution to all of these things, for me personally, is take these things to God in prayer. Go to God in prayer and leave out all of your stress, all of your worries, all of your anxieties at the feet of God. Leave all of these things at the feet of God and come to Him in prayer. Come to Him in prayer and ask Him to help you. Ask Him to guide you. Ask Him to just be with you in every and all circumstances. Because again, we cannot do what we think we can do alone. Understand that. What we think we can do alone, we can't do it on our own, and we tend to realize that, you know, we tend to realize that ourselves. All right? We tend to realize that ourselves, but understand that you can't do it alone, and you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it alone. You have God to go to in prayer. But if you don't, if that's not, you know, the only thing you want to do, and you want to speak to somebody, look for the person that you have in your circle, in your family, that you can trust to talk about your situations. Again, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, whatever the case may be. Please take this seriously and take, you know, your self-health and your self-care seriously to the best of your abilities, all right? So that's that. And now I want to jump right in to today's topic of discussion. I would like to bring up about the results of NBA All-Star Week and how everything turned out there. So, for starters, I want to bring up that the events that were taking place for All-Star Weekend, the final day was, if I'm not mistaken, the Kia Skills, the Kia Skills Challenge, the Starry 3-point contest, the Slam Dunk contest, and the All-Star match. But the All-Star match is a bit, the format has changed where Kenny, Shaq, and Chuck had their own personal teams picked out to contend or to compete against each other on the final day of All-Star Week on Sunday. And it was Kenny's Young Stars, Chuck's Global Stars, and Shaq's OG Stars. That was the format for NBA All-Stars final day. And the winning team that came out on top was, in fact, Shaq's OG Stars, which won the NBA All-Star games, defeating Chuck's Global Stars during their final matchup. Now, the score between the two teams were Shaq's OG Stars finishing with 41 points and Chuck's Global Stars finishing with 25 points. Now, that was the outcome for that final game for NBA All-Stars, All-Star Week. And Stephen Curry, which I'm not surprised about, but Stephen Curry was named the NBA All-Stars MVP. Now, that was the overall outcome of that matchup between Chuck's Global Stars and Shaq's OG Stars for NBA All-Star games. And then for the Starry 3-point contest, we now finally have a new champion for this year because, mind you, last year's champion for the 3-point contest was Damian Lillard. And so now this year's 3-point contest champion goes to Tyler Hero of the Miami Heat. Now, I honestly thought that Damian Lillard would take this year's NBA 3-point contest from the All-Star games, but it seems to be the case that was not the outcome. Granted, I did see a snippet of him reacting to all the other contenders of the 3-point contest. Buddy Hield, in my opinion, I think he came in very close. Buddy Hield came in very close. His 3-point skills was chef's kiss, but unfortunately, he ended up coming in short, which ultimately resulted in him not winning this year's NBA 3-point contest for the NBA All-Star Week. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. We have to roll with the punches, but, either way, congratulations to Tyler Hero, becoming this year's All-Star Week champion for the 3-point contest. And then for the Slam Dunk contest, we do have a three-peat because Mac McClung is this year's 2025 Slam Dunk contest all over again. So it's a three-peat. So he won 2 years ago, then he won last year, and now he's officially won this year. And may I tell you, this guy dunked over a car. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Blake Griffin was the first to do it, if I'm not mistaken, and that was during the time that Blake Griffin was still playing in the league for, I believe, the Los Angeles Clippers. But Blake Griffin was the first to do it, and now we get to see this all over again, or we got to see it all over again with Mac McClung on Sunday night. So that was wild, in my opinion. That dunk was wild. He's always thinking of a lot of crazy or creative ways of dunking. And honestly, it gets people off their seats, and I'm here for it. This guy delivered. He delivered, and he came, and he showed out Sunday night for the Slam Dunk contest. So that was cool to see. But yeah, dunking over a car is wild work, in my opinion. But yeah, Mac McClung is this year's, again, 2025 Slam Dunk Contest champion. And he's coming from the Orlando Magics. Or, if I'm not mistaken, he's probably coming from the G League. But he's still playing for Orlando. But yeah, your Slam Dunk Contest champion for this year, again, is Mac McClung. 3P as per usual. I'm now curious to see if he's going to now make it as a four-time champion for the slam dunk contest next year, as they've already decided the next destination for 2026 NBA All-Stars, which will be happening in Los Angeles, but it's going to be happening in the Intuit Dome, which is the Los Angeles Clippers' newest home court that has been built, I believe, last year. So the next year's NBA All-Star Week will be taking place in the newest NBA arena in Intuit Dome in Los Angeles for next year, 2026. So again, I'm excited, or I'm curious to see if Mac McClung will deliver again and become the four-time champion in a row consecutively for the slam dunk contest. Who knows? Only time will tell. All right, so I'm excited for that, and yeah, congratulations to him. Nadej, I do see Nadej mo na lab gadim kunya. Msalio, merci pour si point, et puis yeah, thank you as per usual. And now carrying on to the 2025 NFL Honors Awards. Now, considering that the NFL season is over and everything is all said and done, and we have our Super Bowl champions in the Philadelphia Eagles, the NFL awards have been passed, taking place, I believe, in the past couple of weeks now. I believe, if not last week, I think the last 2 weeks that have passed. But the NFL honors have been passed out to each and every single individual player, coach, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna start naming a few of the people that have been named for the awards for the NFL. And I will first begin with Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, who has officially been named this year's NFL MVP. He has been awarded the MVP awards for his performance with the Buffalo Bills in his season. He's a quarterback, and honestly, I think it would have been interesting to see what the Buffalo Bills would have done in the Super Bowl had they not have lost to, I believe, the Kansas City Chiefs. They lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoff rounds, where they had officially got knocked out by the Chiefs. But it would have been very interesting to see what they would have done, because a lot of people have their opinions about how this game turned out between the Chiefs and the Bills. A lot of people, like I heard from certain people saying that the Chiefs had got help from the refs. Could that be a stretch? Maybe. I don't know, but that's what some people are saying. Some people are saying that, Bills could have had it if game didn't seem tweaked a bit in the Chiefs' favor. I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not making these accusations, but these are things that I am hearing and seeing. But regardless of the fact, I do think it would have been interesting to see what Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills would have brought to this year's Super Bowl, going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. But hey, it is what it is. Nevertheless, congratulations to Josh Allen receiving his award for MVP. And then moving on, we have Kevin O'Connell, who received Coach of the Year as head coach for the Minnesota Vikings. We have Jared Verse of the Los Angeles Rams, who received Defensive Rookie of the Year. We have Joe Burrow of the Bengals, who received Comeback Player of the Year. He too is also a quarterback for the team. We have Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles, your Philadelphia Eagle champions for the Super Bowl, who received Comeback Player of the Year. He is your running back. And then we have Pat Surtain II, who received Defensive Player of the Year. He is coming from the Denver Broncos. And then we have Jaden Daniels, who received Offensive Rookie of the Year, playing for the Washington Commanders. And let me tell you, this guy delivered all season. Granted, he too has lost, if I'm not mistaken, to the Chiefs. Did they go against the Chiefs? Or I think it was the Chiefs. I think this team lost to the Chiefs in the playoff rounds, which ultimately resulted in them getting knocked out and not advancing to the Super Bowl. But nevertheless, Jayden Daniels has done nothing but delivered his entire season for his rookie season. I think the Commanders made a very good pick for this guy to play a part of their team because he did deliver. Nobody can say that he did anything short but delivered for the team, and he was able to lead the team all the way to the playoffs. But again, unfortunately, they got knocked out. But nonetheless, congratulations to him for receiving this year's Offensive Rookie of the Year. Also, might I take a look? Yes. And then finally, Ben Johnson of the Detroit Lions has received the Assistant Coach of the Year awards for Offensive Coordinator. Now, these are your names of each and every individual, a part of the NFL who has received a reward, or an award, if I might say, an award for this year's NFL honorary awards. So congratulations to each and every single individual who's received an award in their efforts, their contributions, and yeah, congratulations to each and every single one of them. I, for one, cannot wait to see who will be a part of the NFL teams this upcoming draft that will be taking place, I believe, in June or July, one or the other. But yeah, that is all that I have for you so far in regards to what's happening in the sporting industry. Also, as well, we are heading into the FIFA World Cup series, so I'll be going into a deeper dive into what we can expect from each and every single individual teams. Listen, I told you that I would be getting into soccer as well, not just basketball or football. I will be getting into soccer as well, and I will be doing my best to try to get into other sports as like tennis, maybe. Yeah, tennis. What else? Golf. I just have to get a deeper dive into what's going on in those kind of sports, because I myself am not too familiar with these individual sports. So I will have to do my due diligence into looking into those. But please do not worry. I will do my best to give you what I can or what I know regarding these sports as well. But stay tuned for what I have to give you on, information-wise, on the FIFA World Cup and what's happening there. All right. So as per usual, I would like to leave off with a verse of the day. Now, this one that I'm giving you here is a bit personal for me, because I'm more so trying to speak to all the guys, to all the young men, old men, men in general that are listening. Excuse me. I want to speak more so to the fellas. So with this verse that I'm going to give you here, this verse will be coming from Proverbs chapter 14 verses 17. Pour tout le monde k'ap gade, ma bonne verse m'a li sous sam gen, et verset la sorti dans Proverbs chapitre 14 verset 17. Proverbs chapitre 14 verset 17. Proverbs chapter 14 verses 17. Map li nan anglais pour nous. I'll be reading in English, and it reads, "A quick-tempered man acts foolishly, and a man of wicked intentions is hated." Please allow me to read that for you just one more time. And it reads, A quick-tempered man acts foolishly, and a man of wicked intentions is hated. Please, 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 whenever you have the chance, to all the guys that are watching, men, women in general, it doesn't really matter who it is, men, woman, boy, girl, take the time to read this verse. But the reason why this verse is very, very important to me, and it's very personal to me, is because this past week I received terrible news of a terrible incident that has happened. And I do not want to put out anybody's I do not want to name anybody in particular or talk about the person in particular, but to all the men that are listening, I very much so implore you, I exhort you, and I plead with you to learn to be in control of your emotions. Take this very seriously, what I'm saying. Please learn to be in control, in complete control of your emotions. When you are a man that has no control of your emotions, you don't think clearly as to what decision that you are about to take or the decision that you are about to make. You don't think clearly when you allow your emotions to control you, to take complete control over you. When you're angry or you're furious, I know it's because it happens at times to me, not as much, thank glory be to God, but I can understand how it happens when men seem to lose control of their emotions, and they get angry and furious. They tend to make decisions that will alter not only their lives but the lives of others. And that's something that I need all guys to understand. The decision you make based off of your emotions that are uncontrolled will not only affect you, but it will also affect everyone around you. Friends, families, loved ones. It does not matter. When you are not in control of your emotions and you let you let your emotions get the best of you, you tend to hurt so many people that are around you. And you don't realize this until it's too late. Until it's far too late and you've already done what you've done, right? I need you to take this to heart. You have to be in control of your emotions. Do not let your anger get the best of you. Do not let your jealousy or your contention get the best of you. Learn to be in control of your emotions. If you're somebody that has anger management issues or anger problems, find a way to contain that. It's very important. Understand this as well. A man that is not in control of his emotions also tend to be men who have nothing to lose. And if you happen to be dealing with somebody that has, if you tend to deal with somebody that has nothing to lose, understand that is a dangerous man. It's a dangerous man because he's already given into the fact that nothing matters anymore. Nothing matters. Life itself doesn't matter. So they'll continue to take matters into their own hands until they are stopped by force. So guys, please, to all the men that are listening, young men, old men, any men, I do not care. Please take into considerations that the decisions that you make based off of your emotions will not only affect you. Understand this, your decisions based off of your emotions will not affect only you, but it will affect everyone around you. Everyone that is around you. Again, friends, family, loved one, whoever. It will affect them. Not just you, but it will affect them. Okay? So please understand this. And let me give you some solutions that may be able to help you with dealing with, uncontrolled emotions. Number one, and the very best solution that I can give to you to help control your emotions again, like I stated before, in regards to taking care of your physical, mental, and your spiritual health, the very best and first solution that I can give you to control your emotions is to take it to God in prayer. Come to God in prayer. One of the best things about God is that He's always there. Whatever the circumstance, whatever the time, whatever the day. I need people to understand this and listen to me clearly. God is always there. And so because He's always there for you, you don't have to wait in line. You don't have to make an appointment. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is simply come to God in prayer. All of your emotions. Listen, you could be happy. You could be sad. You could be upset. You could be mad at God. It doesn't matter. You could be mad at God, upset with God, happy with God, sad with God. Whatever the case may be, God is here to listen to you. He's here to listen to your cries, listen to your prayer, listen to whatever emotion that you're going through. He's there to listen to you. He's there to listen to whatever you have to say. Just come to Him in prayer. For me, every time, it might be times where, because I'm going to the gym today, right? And what I do is after the gym, I don't always just come back home straight. What I do is in the parking lot of the gym, I want to be alone by myself, nobody bothering me, nobody calling me, my phone on silent, and I just spend my time in prayer with God. Or I might not be doing it at the parking lot of the gym, but I might just go somewhere else and sit in the parking lot and just be in prayer and just talk to God, because there are certain emotions that I may have that I might not talk to my parents about. I might not talk to my sisters about. I might not talk to my friends, nobody about. I just go straight to God in prayer and just talk to Him, and just me and Him alone by myself. I hash out all my emotions, all my anxiety, all my worry, all of that to God. And every time I do that, I tend to have a sense of calmness, a sense of like peace, some kind of peace, in that very moment that I'm just praying to God, because I don't know, it's like I just let everything out. I didn't keep anything balled up inside, and I didn't keep emotions balled up inside. And that's something that men tend to do a lot of the times, because I know I used to do that, and I know a lot of other guys that would do that as well. But again, take all of your, pain, frustration, your thoughts, emotions, all of that. Take it all out in prayer. Come to God with it, because He's there to receive it. And most importantly, He's there to receive you. He's there to listen to you. Guys, please, 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 don't just let your emotions be bottled up. Don't let your emotions take control of you. Don't let your fear or your anger and your strife take control over you. Take it all to God in prayer. Take it to Him. And then come back and tell me if you didn't experience what I'm letting you know what I experience right now. I think that's one of the best solutions that you can take as a guy who doesn't know how to control his emotions. Other ways to control your emotions: take therapy, go to therapy, talk to somebody. You know what I mean? There are so many avenues and things that you can do, steps that you can take to be able to control your emotions and to deal with it in a healthy manner, all right? So please, again, for all the fellas that are listening, even women, do not let your emotions take the best of you, because the decisions that you make based off of your emotions may be life-altering decisions, again, that not only affect you, decisions that will not only affect you, but will affect everybody around you. Please take that into consideration. I'm over the time right now. Pour tout le monde capte dem tout, parce que je me connais regarder sur Facebook là, so besoin pour quelques petites paroles na ça me expliquer, hein. Mais pour tout le monde qui regarde, hein, tant pour s'il vous plaît, et c'est pour tout garçon qui regarde là, jeune garçon avec, n'importe garçon qui regarde Facebook là, avec YouTube live, besoin pour comprendre ça. Pas quitter toute émotion ou gain dans tête pour détruire l'esprit. Pas quitter, par exemple, pour moun qui est fâché, là fâché, décision qu'a prendre là fâché, li pas une décision qui pas faire bien. et puis décision à prendre dans leur fâché, li ka fait mal et puis li ka fait l'autre monde mal tout, OK? So, besoin faire connaître ça certainement pour tout garçon qui regarder. Pas quitter émotion partir avec net. Fais comme si ou ka prend quelques solutions pour comment on dire. Je voulais faire si que tout le monde connaît tout ça m'a dit. Faire si que décision à prendre c'est pas dans émotion. Faire si que toute décision à prendre c'est décision qui bien. Pas seulement pour nous, pas seulement pour nous-mêmes, mais pour tout le monde qui est côté parce que décision à prendre, il pas affecter seulement, mais il affecter tout le monde qui est côté, famille, amis, n'importe monde. OK? So, le fâché, le gain jalousie dans tête tout. Sam saute expliquer hein. Al côté bon Dieu dans la prière, prier demander bon Dieu pour aider avec émotion gain dans tête tout. Même le fâché, même le gain jalousie parce que tout bail ça li ka faire au point une décision qui ka maltraiter l'autre monde. OK? So encore fais un genre pour parler avec monde. Pas quitter émotion gain dans tête pour pas quitter toute émotion gain, pas quitter gaspiller la vie parce que là on fait décision dans émotion in your emotions li ka faire mal. Et li pas seulement faire mal mais li ka faire l'autre monde mal tout, OK? So a jeune bon Dieu dans la prière. Prier en pile parce que c'est ça me qu'on fait peut-être pas tout. L'aime senti fâché avec un bail ou bien fâché avec un monde, tellement fâché, on fait une décision qui pas pour bien, qui pas fait bien, li ka peut-être pas faire l'autre monde bien tout. OK, so n'importe là moi dans état ça, ma jeune bon Dieu dans la prière. M'prier des fois sorti dans gym mal dans gym l'aime fin dans gym m'chita dans machine moi on fait quelques petits moments dans la prière ou bien les pas gen monde la kala moi me fait la prière tout parce que des fois pas besoin pièce mon bon côté seulement besoin moi-même avec bon Dieu seulement quitter toute émotion te gen dans cœur quitter toute base ça sorti dans la prière parce que bon Dieu c'est ça le bon Dieu qui connaît tout ça qui est dans le cœur et c'est ça le bon Dieu qui connaît tout ça qui est dans le cœur tout, OK? So c'est ça me qu'on fait mal prier ou bien ça on fait tout ou qu'à parler avec l'autre monde ou qu'à al point thérapie gain un pile solution qu'à point là c'est un monde qui gain un pile émotion ou qui ben dans cœur ou pas gérer bien. OK, so il y a un peu de solution. Chercher solution ça yo, parler avec moun, aller dans la prière et puis bon Dieu béni pour ça, OK? Again, I love you guys. I am way over the time limit, but I will be back here again next Saturday as per usual at 10:30 all the way to 11. I love you guys, all of you that are watching on Facebook or YouTube, and please feel free to share this with a friend, share this with a loved one, especially with this little, should I say, rant that I just gave out with guys controlling their emotions, because again, this is very serious to me, and it's very important to me, and it's very personal to me. Again, to all the guys that are watching, please learn to control your emotions. It is very vital. It can be the difference between life and death. Learn to control your emotions. Again, take seriously the solutions that I give to you. Go to God in prayer. Talk to somebody. Go to therapy. Whatever the case may be. Whatever you can do to control your emotions, do that. Okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you guys again next Saturday. Bye.